ESPN NFL best defense is number one is the Packers. Projected points is allowed is 350. I think that's very impressive, but I don't think they're going to be the number one defense for this season. I think it's going to be the Steelers. I think they're going to have a great year. Finally, their offense is really going to be a lot better than last season, so I think they're going to have a lot less pressure, but they're going to be the best defense and probably be somewhere around this point, maybe 360 instead. I think they're going to be a bit better than what's projected for the number one team. But what's your opinion on this list? A lot of people didn't like the other one with the offense on it just because they thought the Bengals should have been on the list. And overall, I think I kind of do agree. I would probably put them outside the list at number 4. But the Chiefs, I'll probably put the Bills in place of. And then the Buccaneers and the Chargers are fine. I think I agree with that part. But I don't know if I put the Chiefs on the list. I would have to add the Bills at number 1. But what's your opinion on the Packers being number 1? ESPN NFL best defenses. And number 2 is the Buffalo Bills. Projected points is 359. They did have a great defense last year. Great overall team. I can definitely see them being one of the best defensive teams. I agree with this pick. And number 2 sounds about right for them. And I agree with it. ESPN NFL, number 3, the Saints. I think they're going to have a great year for next year. Chris Olave is probably going to be one of the best receivers on the team, with Michael Thomas being fully healthy. The defense is coming back. They just got Tyrann Mathieu as well. And I think they're just going to be one of the best teams defensively. And maybe a sleeper pick to maybe sneak up to number 1 eventually and be the number 1 defense. I can definitely see that happening. And what's your opinion on the Saints being on this list? I agree with it, and it's definitely a good pick. This is Sports Illustrated. Trayvon Diggs names his top 5 wide receivers. Number 1, he has Stephon Diggs. It's his brother. Of course, that makes sense. Number 2, Davante Adams at number 2. Pretty fine list so far. I would say I personally would put Davante Adams at number 1, but it's not that bad to put Stephon Diggs as the best receiver. Number 3, you have Tyreek Hill. That's pretty fine as well. Number 4, Jamar Chase. I feel like some people probably have to have Justin Jefferson on this list. And I would probably put him behind Tyreek Hill. That's probably how I would change it on this list. And number 5, you have CeeDee Lamb. That's their teammate, so of course it makes sense. He's going to be one of the best receivers in his opinion. But what do you think about Trayvon Diggs? And what would you rank his list? I'd probably give this maybe a 7 or a 6 out of 10. I think it's a pretty good list, but there's some changes I would make, like I said. But what do you think about it? Unlike sneakers, have you ever been burned by fake sneakers? I've never bought fake sneakers in my life. I don't even know overall. Most of the shoes I have gotten, I've usually been through the website, Nike.com, somewhere at Champs, maybe like that somewhere, or just through the website, or at the actual store. So I've never been burned by fake sneakers. I feel like most of the time when fake sneakers do rise up is when you're on other websites, not credible, and they're really hype shoes, like the Dior Jordans up here. I think those shoes are probably, most likely, if you find a good feel for them, probably going to be fake. What do you think about those shoes?